So remember those old Budweiser commercials or Bud Light commercials where it was like, today we salute you, Mr. Footlong hot dog creator. Today's kind of like that. We're talking about the hidden team behind all the videos that you don't know about. So welcome back to Me and Mug on Monday. My mug for today is this little number that I got from the book and mug swap that we did this past Saturday out in front of the free little library that we have here across the street. All right, so what do I mean? I'm gonna put these up for the glare. So what do I mean by all the people that you don't see? Well, there happens to be an invisible team behind all of these videos and you just don't know that they're there. Half the time you kind of get to hear a little bit about them or get a glimpse into the fact that they exist, but there's like this big hush hush around the fact that they're there. One of whom is my husband. So a lot of you guys actually don't know my husband. I have posted, I think, one, maybe two pictures of this handsome guy on my Instagram. If you have not seen him, he's on there. But he is kind of like the unsung hero of this channel. And a lot of times people don't realize that there's a lot that he does that gets these videos made. The most recent event is the camera that I just got, the one that I'm recording this on. So my husband has a lot of like crazy ideas, and this is how a lot of videos go. There is somebody who has a crazy idea and then it gets brought to attention and then suddenly it goes off on this tangent, and that is specifically what the channel needed. So for this channel, he literally has these ideas pop up into his head, and he ran down the stairs one day and was just like, oh my gosh, remember that camera that we were talking about and you were looking at? I found one that's even better and it's on this great special and this whole ordeal. He's like, should we go ahead and get it? And so it actually was like this stroke of genius on his part. He constantly stays on top of other things going on in the world. And for me, a lot of stuff stays like very central, very local. So that's how this whole thing came to being. And just like Michelle and I were talking, she was like, you know, I've been wanting to get a camera too, but look, I've been working off my phone for more than a year and a half, and it works beautifully. It works very, very well. I specifically wanted to get a camera to start doing more vlog style and actually kind of working with zooms and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's kind of where the camera comes in. However, working from your phone works completely fine. And I want to be able to show you guys a little bit more behind the scenes on how I utilize my phone in order to make different kinds of videos and communicate on social media. So this will allow for that because I can't really show you my phone while I'm on it. See how that works? So a lot of this happens because of other people. Now, of course, one of the other people that completely makes these videos possible is my offspring. I do have a kid, in case you were not aware somehow. I have a kid, I homeschool her. All you know is that she's a girl. That's it, and that's all you're ever going to know. You will never meet her on this channel. Sorry to say, she's an amazing human being, but you've got to know her in real life or catch her over on her channel, because the whole thing with the whole YouTube thing going on and the COPPA and, you know, all the new privacy regulations, especially when it comes to kids, just kind of verifies the fact that she's not on this channel. So sorry to say you won't meet her here, but if you know her in real life, you are one lucky duck. One of the definite other groups behind the scenes that you guys have not officially fully been introduced to are all of the people who influence me every single day. So there are people behind the scenes that I meet in person. There are people behind the scenes I meet online. So many different people who come together in a community of my own like creation, I guess. And we all have these, and a lot of times we don't necessarily put that out there, that these are the people who completely influence us and motivate us to keep things going. You know, and there are people that we meet in person. I have an amazing critique group whom I meet with constantly because they are such a definite source of motivation and inspiration. There are people I meet on social media who completely influence me and motivate me to do amazing things and to create videos like this for you guys, because there are some topics that sometimes you're just not quite sure if you should cover, not quite sure how to cover. And being able to have that kind of community and that kind of support everywhere and be able to go out and go, hey, that is a great idea. And you know what? Thank you for asking me that question, or the fact that you covered this and I have maybe a different viewpoint or other information that I think should be included. Now I've got something else to make. So there is seriously an invisible team behind that lens that you don't necessarily get to actually see, and there are far too many people to mention personally, but of course I have to mention my top two whom I deal with every single day. Definitely my husband and definitely my offspring. Love those two for obvious reasons, but there's so much that goes into these videos. So if you are considering getting into YouTube and creating different videos for whatever your purpose is, make sure that you've got kind of a team behind you to kind of keep you going, because especially when, like I had, you know, and it's been, gosh, at least a year and a half I've been making videos. I think this channel started July of 2018. It's now December of 2019. Now, I also had another channel back in the day for personal training and boot camping, and I did every Monday a video. For this channel, I do 2 videos a week. Now, that obviously, like I said, is gonna, you know, be changing in 2020 to only once a week instead of twice a week, but getting 2 videos out a week and having stuff to post, like having content to actually deal with, that is much more difficult than most people realize. And so having like morning coffee chats with my husband and going, what on earth am I supposed to talk about today? And sitting there and talking about it, and he is kind of like that driving force behind the scenes, and even talking with my kid behind the scenes and sitting there going, you know what, that is something that I need to discuss today. And that's a great viewpoint. She is really good at coming up with different ideas, and she's very creative. So when she has a random little question, a lot of times it's really, you know, helpful to have that so that I'm able to come up with more content, because honestly, I don't think I could come up with half the content on this channel without them behind here. If you're thinking about getting into something like this and doing YouTube videos, definitely make sure that you've got tons of ideas behind the scenes ready to go. That's one of the reasons that, you know, a lot of people are starting to push, you know, bullet journaling, just to kind of have that list in front of you. And I'm gonna be trying that this next year. So stay tuned if you're into bullet journals or, you know, making lists and staying organized, because obviously this is a great channel for organization and keeping your schedule on track. So I'm gonna be trying a new method here soon. But I definitely am, you know, trying to make sure that I've got different things for every single week, because I want to make sure that all of your questions are answered. Part of that, you know, hidden team is you. So if you have questions or concerns about, you know, scheduling and organizing and getting the most out of your life and living your best life, put the questions down in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. I hear from you guys on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on here on YouTube, and I absolutely love it. So if you've got any more that you want to see on this channel, make sure you let me know down below, because you are part of this team as well. And thank you guys so much for being here. It is almost the end of 2019. I could not be more excited about it, especially because there's more coffee. I hope you guys are having a great Mean Muggin' Monday, and I will see you again soon.